Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me.
A tweet by the official WWE Home Video UK Twitter account gave a piece of significant news regarding home media releases from WWE and really marked the end of an era. What the statement that was released basically says, which I'll read in full momentarily, it says that WWE are basically withdrawing from any more home media releases. So WWE are no longer going to be releasing any DVD or Blu-ray releases worldwide. This marks a significant change in WWE's approach to content. I will now read out the full statement that was released at 2 p.m. today UK time from, again, the official WWE Home Video UK Twitter account, which states the following. With great sadness, we must announce that WWE have taken the decision to withdraw from the home video category. No licensing deals will be renewed worldwide after 2023. This means the very last WWE home video release from Fremantle will be Crown Jewel 2023, a 2-disc DVD, on the 18th of December in the UK and 22nd of December in Germany. WWE Home Video have been releasing VHS, DVD and Blu-ray for 36 years. The last 11 years through Fremantle in Europe. But this will come to an end on the 31st of December 2023 with no further WWE DVD or Blu-ray stock manufactured. Everyone at WWE Home Video UK would like to thank all our collectors and fans for many years of support and passion. That is the full statement that was released at 2 p.m. On the 5th of December 2023. Obviously, why we will clarify this is that Fremantle are the official licensed WWE home media licensees or producers in Europe and in the UK. This doesn't talk about the UK though, it actually says worldwide. So this is basically stating the end of an era for WWE releases that there will be after 2023, after the end of this year, which is coming up very soon. WWE will not be releasing any DVD or Blu-ray titles anywhere in the world. That is not a fairly sudden, but a kind of a shocking change of the way that WWE will be releasing content. And it states really a couple of things. Firstly, that Crown Jewel will be the last premium live event, as they're now called, that will be released on DVD or Blu-ray. So any event after that, including Survivor Series, will not be released on DVD or Blu-ray. So if you want to watch it, you will have to go onto the WWE Network, whatever version that you have in your area. So if you want to watch Survivor Series and watch CM Punk's return and the War Games, you've got to watch it on the network if you want to see it. And it also says no licensing deals will be renewed worldwide. That means not just Fremantle, that means any of the licensing deals whatsoever. So no DVDs, no Blu-rays will be made and released anywhere in the world. So whatever WWE service you have got, again, you will have to go on there if you want to watch some of the latest, especially WWE content. Several months ago, maybe it was a year, but certainly a good several months ago at least, WWE announced that they were going to no longer be making available any home media releases, any DVDs or Blu-rays across North America. And at the time, WWE confirmed that in the UK and across Europe and other places, title releases would still take place. I'm not going to say I'm psychic or anything like that, but we have kind of saw this coming in regards to WWE's change of direction into making such content available. Because obviously the initial thoughts were that if not making home media releases available in North America was successful, then that would spread to the rest of the world. And this statement is obviously stating that that is happening. That DVD and Blu-ray releases will now no longer continue after 2023. What I presume that means for licensed distributors is that they will more than likely be available or allowed, really, even to sell whatever remaining stock that they have of WWE DVD and Blu-rays of this home media. I assume that they will be allowed to sell what stock they have, but obviously if and as they sell out of particular titles, those will not be restocked. Obviously, we don't really know the details of whether there's a time limit, which sometimes in these kind of deals there can be, of when these kind of licensed distributors will be allowed to sell titles until. Sometimes it can be 6 months, sometimes it can be just until they sell out of whatever products they have. Depends on the company, depends on the products that they're selling, and etc. Depending on what the contracts say. But I would presume that the distributors would be allowed to sell what they have currently, and then after that, if they are running a wrestling division like Fremantle are, then that would be shut down, which presumably might mean people's jobs, sadly, but certainly DVD and Blu-ray home media releases from WWE will very quickly disappear into 2024. As the statement also says, it has been 36 years at least in the UK. I remember my family, especially when my siblings were younger, we would go to a video rental store, for example, in the mid to late 80s, and we would normally pick up a couple of titles there. We would pick up a family movie, a movie that my parents wanted to see, and quite often as well, because some of these places had good deals for multiple titles for rental, we would pick up a wrestling title as well. In those days, of course, it was World Wrestling Federation, or occasionally, as a couple of years later, it would be maybe occasionally a WCW title if I was able to convince my siblings certainly my brothers, to make it a WCW title that we hadn't seen, because I've watched WCW on TV since the late 1980s. We would certainly pick up a wrestling title. Mostly at that time it was a World Wrestling Federation title. Video cassettes, obviously I'm talking about VHSs, and so it is. I've obviously throughout the years we ended up starting buying some, and even until a few years ago I had quite a number of video cassettes of WWE stuff, and then obviously over the years I've still shelves that I can see behind the camera. There's some wrestling DVDs and Blu-rays that I have, and so it really is the end of an era in terms of home media releases being made available. Many generations of wrestling fans have now grown up being able to either get DVDs and Blu-rays or VHSs for birthdays and Christmases and so forth, or even over the years in second-hand shops. There was this shop in the Keeler Centre, which is a mini shopping centre here in Dundee that is going to be revamped and under new ownership apparently. And there was an exhibition on there of some photos of Dundee called the Dundorian right now. And one of them is and I think it is the same video store, because it's been shut for several years now, but especially the last few years of that video store, I was able to pick up very cheaply some old World Wrestling Federation or WCW titles, and enjoy and own them. And it was a rental store; it was it was an actual retail kind of thing, second-hand shop, and I was able to pick up the occasional wrestling video from there, and so it is kind of the end of an era in terms of the availability of home media in the UK and all that time. A few generations have grown up being able to go into a store and being able to buy physical copies of events or compilations. Talking of which, this will obviously affect the general stores. Just for using them for an example, HMB, very well known chain store in the UK, they have certainly locally, it's a very small wrestling section, and it's gotten smaller over the years. Initially it was because video cassettes take up a lot smaller space, a lot more space even than DVD and Blu-rays when they came in. But over the years that section has got smaller and smaller and smaller, and this also means that in general video stores like that, or stores that sell videos and DVDs and Blu-rays, these sections will disappear within the next year as well. Again, you might be able to pick up some good deals on some of these titles, maybe, depending on how they want to get rid of them or what their situation is. They might reduce them and try and sell them off cheaply. So keep an eye out for that online stores and physical stores. There's only one or two physical stores in England that really focuses on wrestling things, and in most of the general stores like HMV, it is WWE titles that you'll see. Maybe AEW will see this as a space in the market and trying to push into these general stores in the UK and other places. Maybe they would, maybe they won't. But certainly, if you go into these kind of general stores, the video stores like HMV, it's WWE titles that you will see. And so those sections, especially again, they're getting smaller and smaller over the years. These will very, very soon disappear also. Again, it's a very kind of sad thing to see that WWE are stopping completely home media releases. It is a shame to see this. I do still think that in 2023 people still do prefer physical media. They still prefer having DVDs and stuff in their hands. Especially modern technology, as good as it should be in late 2023, it is still fallible. Storms might come in that disrupt signals and the internet and stuff like that, or there may be technical problems with the local service, and there you're able to still go to your shelves and pick up a movie or a documentary or a series or whatever it is and put it in your player and watch something. That's one of the great advantages of physical media, is that you've still got it. If there's signal problems, you don't need to worry about that. You can just plug in your player, put the discs in, and watch it, whatever it is that you want to watch or whatever you have in your house, which is still, to these days, especially looking around my room, is quite a fairly wide selection of stuff, movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So we are still able to do that with physical media, and I will still certainly say that WWE is a major, company. They are regardless of the TKO and UFC merger stuff, WWE is a major entertainment company. I think I said this at the time when the announcement was made about the home media not being available across North America. WWE is a major entertainment company. First of the two things that I would say about that is that obviously it seems that, and I don't know about the general availability of home media in North America, but what we were told several months or so ago, that they would be cutting it off completely like they are doing now across the UK and Europe and across the whole of the world, it seems. For them to be in the position where they feel that it is financially they could do that, because WWE have relied on those kind of incomes for many, many years. I don't think, unless somebody goes on to a media call and asks Triple H or whoever is on these calls how they're able to do that or why they're going to do that, I don't think we'll really get an answer. But I also think that other media companies, I know there are lots of other media companies like Disney, and there's Netflixes, and there's all kinds of streaming and on-demand services nowadays. There's so many of them. Amazon Prime Video and all these, loads of them. For pretty much every sport, there's NFL ones, there's Formula One, there's different motorsports ones, there's ones pretty much every category. I would say that if a company that is major company like WWE are cutting off home media completely, I do still think that other entertainment companies will sit up and take notice that WWE are doing this. Regardless of what people think about professional wrestling, sports entertainment, I do still think that other entertainment companies, if they see a major brand like WWE cutting off home media releases, they will sit up and take notice of it. And so this may be a signal. Again, there's so many streaming and on-demand services. This may be a signal to other companies that this might be something to consider. However, WWE have reached this decision, and however they feel it is working for them, or this is going to work for them, it is against the end of an era. WWE have been releasing home media releases for nearly 40 years. And obviously, I think there will be some pushback to this. Not everybody's going to be happy about this. There are obviously collectors out there, as it says about thanking the collectors. There are people who collect stuff and collect physical media like DVDs and Blu-rays, especially those who really want to have a complete and utter collection. Like I said, after Crown Jewel, no more premium live events will be released, meaning that basically, especially if you want to say collect the entire events of 2023, you're not going to be able to do that. Which kind of seems a little bit strange that they're doing it after Crown Jewel and not ending the year of the event, but it does seem like Crown Jewel will be the last event to be released. But after nearly 40 years, WWE are getting out of the home media category worldwide. Again, worldwide just means no matter where you are, sales of WWE DVDs and Blu-rays will be coming to an end. So I think it's a very sad situation to see that WWE are withdrawing completely from home media releases. On the Blu-rays and DVDs, we will not see any more released after this year. Again, remaining stocks will be sold, but going into 2024, it looks like the only way that you're going to be able to see WWE content is places like their WWE network.